Fellas, y'all better brace up because things are about to go bad. Now, Joe Biden. Trump is really bad. Joe Biden has lifted the ban on Ukraine against US missile strike inside. So, it's been a while that Ukraine has been asking for long-range missile to strike inside Russia to turn the tide of this war. But Americans, British, and French have refused to allow Ukraine to strike with long-range missile inside Russia. Why? Because Russia said that the red line. If they're doing that, that's a declaration of world war, because that means they are threatening the existence of Russia, and Russia can use nuclear weapons. Fellas, if you're in America, you better start thinking right now. Do you have a passport? I think it's about time you start getting a passport. Okay, I don't know why you guys are scared of passports, and this is not limited to Americans. I think it's about time you start really looking into this. Joe Biden is just about to leave office because Trump won the election. And he has decided, after so many months of refusing to allow Ukraine to use American weapons inside Russia, to say, you know what, Trump is coming, you can now strike inside Russia. I'm going anyway, we lost the elections. That's what it is. Biden lifts ban on Ukraine using US missile to strike inside Russia. President Biden has authorized Ukraine to use US-provided long-range weapons inside Russia. And obviously this is mayhem, everybody's alert, it's very scary, and people have reacted. We're going to check very quickly, what does this mean to all of us? I mean, these people are crazy. They want to sacrifice everybody. Let's go. Ukraine plans to conduct its first long-range attack in the coming days. Of course, Zelensky has been crying about this. He needs the missiles.
План посилення України – це план перемоги, який я представив партнерам. Одним з головних пунктів є далекобійність для нашої армії. Сьогодні багато в медіа говорять про те, що ми отримали дозвіл на відповідні дії. Але удари завдають не словами. Такі речі не анонсують. Ракети самі за себе скажуть. Обов'язково. Слава Україні!
The move by the United States comes a month after the request by Zelensky to allow Ukraine's military to use US weapons to hit Russian military targets far inside Russia. Biden blames this on Russia's deployment of North Korean group to supplement its own force, a development that has caused alarm in Washington and Kiev. That's the problem, fellas. We spoke about this a few days ago, saying that North Korea has sent about 12,000 military in Russia, some to get trained, some to go frantically in Ukraine and fight. And that has been a problem. What was the plan? The game plan is easy. Russia's pushing inside Ukraine, pushing the Ukrainians. When the Ukrainians decided to attack Russia from behind, there was not enough Russians to defend Russia. I mean, look at Russia, look at the size. It's a massive country. It's literally impossible to protect all of its border. So that was the reason why Putin decided to bring in North Koreans to guard Russia from behind as Russia steps inside. And that has messed up the plans that the Ukrainians and the West had. And now, as a justification, they say because Russia has brought in North Koreans, Joe Biden, who's leaving office in a few weeks, has decided now to escalate things by giving Ukraine the right to strike inside Russia. Now, what are the systems that's going to be used? Probably the attack rockets by the United States of America. And now they say that the UK and France are probably going to follow through by also authorizing Ukraine to strike inside Russia. Well, Russia has reacted very frantically. The Kremlin has accused the outgoing Biden administration of adding fuel to the fire and seeking to escalate the conflict in Ukraine. Obviously, you're leaving office. Let's just mess things around for Donald Trump. Let's start a nuclear war, and then we're going to blame Trump for it. Easy, Yeah, why haven't they given authorization all this time along? Why does he just wait for 2 weeks before he leaves office? 2 or 4 weeks, whatever. Then, why? Why would he do that? Kremlin says The fact that these strikes are not carried out by Ukraine, these strikes are carried out by those countries that gives permission, because targeting our maintenance is not done by Ukrainian servicemen. It is done by military specialists from these very Western countries. In other words, Ukrainians are not able to do this. By you, other countries, USA, UK and France allowing this, you become a legitimate target for Russian weapons. Kremlin spokesperson also added that Russia will be forced to take appropriate decision if the West lifts restriction. So Russia already has a plan. Now we have a reaction from the Polish president. The Polish president said this was necessary. Russia sees that Ukraine enjoys strong support from the West. Position is yielding and determined. It's a very important, potentially decisive moment in this war. The Polish president, who doesn't like Putin, very clearly, he also criticized Germany for saying it will not align its policy with the US and expressing disapproval of the German chancellor phone call with Vladimir Putin. Yeah, so the Germans, they don't agree with this. They will not align themselves with Washington anymore. And the German chancellor called Vladimir Putin last week to have a cell phone discussion. And this president from Polish, and the Polish president is not very happy about that. So this is what it is, fellas. Biden has authorized Ukraine to strike inside Russia. I mean, this is scary. Russia has been fighting against many countries for the past years now. And a lot of people expected them to crumble very quickly because they apparently have no support. Now, how will Russia react to this? Russia has many ways, many decisions to make. Russia will going to provide weapons to the enemies of America or the enemies of whichever country that provide authorization to Ukraine to strike inside Russia. Therefore, will Russia equip Cuba? Will Russia equip Iran with long-range missile, with nuclear power? Will Russia equip Venezuela? Will Russia equip North Korea with long-range nuclear-powered technology, even though North Korea has been working very hard toward it? So Russia is capable of doing the very same thing, and that's going to be mayhem. And let me run this for you. One of the reasons why Russia has not provided Iran with a nuclear-powered long-range missile, it's because even though Iran is an enemy of America, Iran is also an enemy of Israel. And for the long range, Israel has not voiced up against Russia in its war in Ukraine. Israel has been very quiet. Well, to the benefit of Israel, because if Israel dares to be funny with Russia, then Russia will equip Iranian with the weapons that they need to destroy Israel. It's very easy. Therefore, Israel has chosen to stay away from this discussion. Or is Joe Biden just messing things around for Trump? Because Trump said he doesn't want war. He says in 24 hours he's going to find a solution for Ukraine. Or Biden is just want to mess up before he leaves. Obviously, if America provides Ukraine with authorization to strike inside Russia, and Ukraine strikes inside Russia, and Moscow is hit, well, Russia's going to have to reply. Russia's not going to wait for Trump to be in power so they can build peace. Russia's probably going to strike back on base of America, and it's going to be war. And when Trump comes into power, will Trump say, okay, you have hit us a couple of times with nuclear power, we're not going to respond because I'm Donald Trump, I just want peace? Or will he say, in the name of America, you have hit us so hard, we're bleeding, we need to hit you back? Fellas, you better get your passport ready. Find yourself a wife in Uganda if you're American, African American. Find yourself a wife in Kenya. Kenyans love Americans. Let me put it this way for you. A lot of Africans, women, will not like foreign black men from other countries, but they will love African Americans. I'm just telling you. Look, yeah. So, and by the way, you're going to be very happy because African women in general are very humble, very kind, very nurturing, very sweet, very loving, very motherly. Okay? I know I've seen you complain a lot on the internet saying African American women are masculine, they have no humility, they don't do this, they don't cook, they don't care. I don't know. I'm not saying I hear you complain. But don't come to Africa thinking you're going to play with our sisters. They know they're right. And they know when you look weird. When you just there to play. They don't play. In Africa, you come, you find a woman, you find a way to get married. It's not for play, let's try this if it works. There's no let's try this if it works. Okay, come legally, come hide, because shit is about to go crazy. Because of Joe Biden. God bless.